this. Coconut bread. Hey everybody, hope all is doing well and keeping safe. So welcome to another one with yours truly. So this morning I'm gonna be in the kitchen, right? So from a previous video, clean some shatine. So today is the day that I'm going to cook it, right? So I hope that you all enjoy this one, right? And let me get into the video. Right, so this is the curry leaf plant that I have here. So I'm just gonna get a few for the curry, for the shrimp, as well as for the shatine. Right? This is for the green seasoning, right? So I'm just gonna pick a little piece of it, right? Nothing much, because you know this is very potent. Right, so this is the coconut that I showed you all before. Is it shaped like an onion, right? The texture, right? It like sponge, right? It is feel like sponge. It feels like sponge, right? And it tastes similar to the coconut itself, right? So it's slightly sweet, right? And it's real juicy, right? So it don't really have much of a banging taste there, right? So as a child growing up, right? So we still look forward to getting this from the coconut itself. Yeah, but overall it's a nice little simple taste. So this is the coconut. So I'm gonna cut it up, I'll chip it and then blend it up to extract the milk from it, right? So that's gonna go in the shatine. Right, so I finished chipping it up, so I'm gonna blend it now. Right, so it finished blending, so I'm gonna strain it now and you'll see what it look like. Right, so this is what it looks like. Right, this is the coconut milk. Right, is it here? And this is what's left of it. So I wouldn't have to use the entire thing because it's not much shatine I have, right? So this I'm gonna be making some coconut bake right after. Right, so this is for the green seasonings. I have a piece of green pepper there. I have pimento, garlic, big thyme, and shadow benny. Right, so this is the green seasoning here. It's smelling really nice. If I could only smell it, because the pimentos plant between hot peppers, so it will cross pollinate, right? So it's gonna be real flavorful and a little spicy as well too. So yeah. Right, so this is the shatine. So I'm gonna allow it to defrost while I clean the shrimp. So you see how it's like in yellow because of the saffron I had put in the water. Yeah, so we'll deal with it just now. Right, so I got some medium-sized shrimp this morning in the market. Some nice size. So I'm gonna clean it and then season it up. What I wanted to show you, right? When you cut the back of the shrimp, right, it has the sack in here, right? So I'll take it out, right? And some people leave that alone and that's it. So it's not just here. So under this part here have a sack as well. So you have to cut here slightly and it's easy to be removed. So it's two. So you see it's not there no more. So yeah, you gotta cut the back as well as the front. Right, so I finished with the deveining process of the shrimp. Soak it in some flour water and then wash it out with lime as well, right? So that is for the freshness. So I'm gonna season it up now. So this is the shrimp here. It's already seasoned, so I'm gonna leave it to marinate. All I added was pot salt, black pepper, and Goya all-purpose seasoning. Any other additional seasoning, I'll put it while it's cooking. Right, so I'm gonna need the flour, right, while the shrimp marinating as well as the châtain defrosting, right? So I have my hands all cleaned, right? So I have the flour here, so all I have in it is a little brown sugar, baking powder, a little bit of yeast, salt, and that's it, right? So this is for those two roti, right? So I'm gonna need it. I'll show you after. Right, so it's all finished, so I'm gonna cover it down with a wet cloth to soak, right? So we will deal with this later. Right, so I'm teaching all you something. What I learned: when you finish cleaning your shrimps, you throw salt, a generous amount, all over it, and you shake it up, right? In that case, when you put it in the garbage, it's not gonna smell, right? So you know, sometimes you just put it and by the next day it starts to smell, right? Because it's something that is break down really fast. So you put your salt and it helps preserve it, right? So you won't get a scent. So this is the châtain, it's all defrost, right? So we're gonna deal with this now. And this is the curry, some whole jeera, some ground jeera, a little bit of masala, anjar masala, green seasoning, onions, and pimentos, and 2 garlics. That is to burn in the oil first before I put the curry. Okay, so the oil hot. So I put in the 2 garlics. So I'm gonna allow it to burn completely, and then I will take it out. Right, so you see how it is here. Realize that the oil get a little discolored because of the garlic. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Right, so I'm gonna remove it now. Right, so I'm going to add in my vegetables first, right? Allow that to cook down a little, and then I'll add in the curry, right? So that's including the curry leaf, the curry leaves, right? So I'm gonna do that now. So this is how it's going so far. So what I like to do first, before I add any water, I like to allow the curry to patch, right? So you know, like, so it will get a bit grainy, and then I would add the water to it. So allowing it to do this for probably about 3 or 4 minutes, and then I will add the water. Right, so this is what I'm looking for here now, so I'm gonna add in the water. So I'm gonna continuously stir until all the water dissolves, right? So it will turn into like a creamy paste, and that's how you know it's thoroughly cooked, right? So you want to make sure I'm burning curry real good, because you don't want to end up in a situation, if you know, you know. Right, so this is the paste, so I'm gonna add in the châtain now. So this is how we look in here so far, coming along. So when the water dry down, then I'm gonna add the coconut milk to it, right? I haven't added any salt or anything like that just yet, so I just want this water to dissolve first, this here, and then. Right, so all the water dried down, so I'm gonna add the coconut milk now. So I'm gonna leave it to come to a boil, and then I'm gonna add some more green seasoning to it, and salt, and you know, some vegetable seasoning also. Right, so while the châtain is cooking, right, so I'm gonna deal with the shrimp, right? However, I'm not using that method to curry the shrimp, Right, so this is the curry here inside some water along with some green seasoning, onions, hot pepper, and pimento. Right, so I'm gonna put it in the pot, the oil hotting right now. This is how it looks, right? This is how it looks. Right, so I'm allowing it to do the same thing to turn into a paste, and then I would add the shrimp inside. Right, so you see how dry it is? Right, that's what I was looking for. So I'm gonna add in the shrimp now. Right, so the shrimp is in, so I'm gonna give it a good turn and allow it to cook. Right, so I finished turning it, so the curry is evenly distributed, right? So I'm gonna leave it for a couple minutes before I add water. This is the strata and it's all done. Shrimp, it's all done. So I'm gonna deal with the roti now. So this is the dough, right? So it's doubled in size, right? So I'm gonna lower it out now. I'm not gonna like leave it to rest. I'm just gonna make it like one time. So you know, normally I would boil it out and let it rest again, right? And then I could make it. But this time I'm gonna go straight into it because it's rested enough, alright? And I'll be able to give me the same result. So just an example, right? So 2 balls are around the same size, 2 loaves, the same size. I'm gonna press it down, right, like this. I'm gonna do the other one the same thing, and then I am going to add butter on one of them, sprinkle a little flour, and then rest it on the other one on top. Make sure it's even, and then I'm going to roll it out. So that is toasty roti, or 2-in-1 roti, or 2-in-1, anyone you want to call it. Also, instead of using butter, I've seen where some people put oil and just sprinkle the dry flour and they get the same result. But I just using butter because the oil is the same thing, but the butter I find just keep it a little much softer, right? So that's why I use the butter. See, it has butter on this one, so I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of dry flour on top, and then I'm gonna put this one on top here, right? So I'm gonna make sure it's even to the edges, and then I'm gonna start to roll it out, right? So I need my both hands, so when I'm finished then I'll show you all. So this is it here, right? And I'm gonna put it on the tower, which is extremely hot right now. Right, so I'm gonna flip it now, and then I'm gonna add the oil on top of it. This is it after flipping. Right, so passing the oil on it. I'm using a paper towel because it's not that big. And then I'm gonna flip it and do the same thing. Right, so this is the 2-in-1, so I'm gonna do the others and then I'll show you. Right, so as I say, as it starts to form the little bubbles, give it a little quick flip, and then you start up with your oil. Yeah, my hand are all floury, but all in it. So you see it's on a swell, so I'm gonna flip and do the other side. What I'm doing, I'm compacting them, right? So the steam gonna keep it really nice and soft. Right, so now I'm gonna finish all and then I'll show you the end result. So stay tuned. So finally, this is the last one. Right, so this is the end result. As I say, I compact them so it will remain soft, right, and I will keep the heat. Okay, so that's it there. So the 2-in-1. Alright, so that's it there for the video today. So thank you all for staying. If you reached to the end, thank you so much for watching the entire thing. Right, continue to like, right, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done it already. Thank you for those who have, right. And right now I'm going to knead my flour for the coconut bake, right. So I did a video with that previously, so you can go and check it out also, right. That's just how I do mine, right. So thank you, as I said again, right. And remember to always, you know, keep a positive mind regardless of what you may be facing. Keep a positive mindset, right. Manifest good things in your life, right, and allow good things to happen, right. So whatever it is that you put out there is what you're going to get back, right. Be kind and be safe in all that you do. Wherever you may venture to, be safe, beware your surroundings, right. Always push and be and surround yourself with positive people and positive energy, right. Don't allow nobody to, you know, to bring you down. You in control and in charge of your own happiness, so don't let nobody be in charge of that, right. So until the next one, right, see you later.